I have a kind of security mindset, so I'd noticed that the university had some PIN codes on some of the doors. And I realized that this code is a 4-digit code, but basically there was no button to press enter to let you in. If the code was 2345, it would let you in whether you typed 12345 or whether you typed 2345. So it occurred to me there would be a kind of master code, like a single long sequence that included all permutations of 4 digits. So I wrote a bit of software to create this and printed it out on a single sheet of paper, about 2/3 of a sheet. And I tested it on another door that I wasn't supposed to have access to. And it worked. I got into the room.
What was this room you got into? Out of interest,
it was
which was the first place you wanted to discover?
Well, it was a kind of research lab with some parallel computers in it that was accessible to postdocs or something.
Are we rolling, guys? Yeah, good to go. Okay, fantastic. Let's play some Jenga.
I'm not sure what the rules are, because it's like...
When I played it as a kid, I think it was you were only supposed to use one hand or finger, and then there were certain things about, not doing the easy blocks, but I literally went for the easiest block straight away.
Okay.
So let's jump to hash cache. Was there an aha moment during this process, or was it a long, arduous process similar to picking a lock?
I was interested in cryptography, so I happened to have been reading about hash functions and the birthday collision. It's from the phenomena that if you have a room full of people at a party or something, there's a question which is how many people need to be in the room before there's 50-50 chance that there are 2 people with the same birthday. You'd think, well, it's got to be related to 365, that's the number of days, but actually it's a lot smaller. It's like 23 people or something, counterintuitive.
23?
Yeah, so it's
so low.
It's because the people are pulling a dice out of a bag or something, right? So they got random birthdays, and as you get more of them, there are more potential birthdays for them to collide with, right? So overall, it ends up being a lot less than you'd expect. So anyway, with hash functions,
You can take your time here. Oh wow, okay. That's
well, no, I'm not sure that one's going to go.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got one more left. There you go. So I was reading about hash functions and this birthday collision. The hash functions there are much more permutations than the number of birthdays, obviously, right? So there's, trillions and trillions of permutations. But it did occur to me that, if you found such a collision, it's almost computationally impossible at the time particularly, you could instantly prove it to anybody. They could instantly verify this enormous amount of work. And then I was also running a remailer, which is a way to have privacy for email. And there were people spamming through it, which was a nuisance. And because it's related to anonymity, you couldn't block their IP address or email and stuff like that, right? So I was trying to think about a way to solve this spam problem that didn't involve blocking IP addresses. So those two ideas came together, and so that's where Hashcash came from.
Oh, that looks risque.
There you go.
Pressure's on. Okay.
So when people see a finished system like Hashcash, it looks kind of simple and elegant, right? You're like, well, that's pretty simple, I can understand that. And then their intuition is, I could have built that. People were trying to make electronic cache systems from Hashcash from after that, 1997, 1998 and so on, but it was quite hard to do. They didn't get implemented because they weren't fully decentralizable. And as Bitcoin came to adopt it, done by a massive amount of computers in 10 minutes, and that's obviously a much higher amount of work.
I held my breath there.
Yeah. One of the nice things about Bitcoin is it's understandable at lots of different levels, right?
Yep.
You can understand it from a user level or from an economics level. It's surprisingly complex to fully appreciate all of it, including the game theory and things like that.
Well, obviously you're very busy with satellite projects, putting Bitcoin in space. Why do we need Bitcoin in space?
There's a few reasons. One is because it's cool and you can.
Why do anything, right?
Yeah, and sure.
No, shit!
Oops.
I mean, I expect to lose there with the man that is, building blocks better than most people.
And another is that you get some kind of privacy because the receiving is anonymous. Yeah, just more Bitcoin.
More Bitcoin, more blocks.